What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And Arne Slot pretty much confirmed after the Ipswich game that if Liverpool find a suitable player, we will not hesitate to sign him. I think Arne Slot sounded a lot more adamant and a lot more determined that Liverpool will sign a player in this summer transfer window. And now Fabrizio Romano has posted an update that Liverpool are exploring options. It could be different positions, so we are not just looking at signing a defensive midfielder. So there is movement and there could be things to happen these 2 weeks. Fabrizio Romano couldn't mention names yet, but they are exploring possibilities and I will update you as soon as I can. In this video I will tell you guys the latest update on the Zubimendi transfer saga, and this could be the last update regarding that player. We have major updates on a Mamardashvili transfer deal as well, and we will of course talk about the Ipswich game and what Arne Slot said. And Diario Vasco, a Spanish news outlet, is reporting that Martin Zubimendi is very close to signing his new contract with Real Sociedad. The player hasn't actually committed his future to Real Sociedad yet, but he is expected to do so imminently, and this has been one of the biggest stories in football this summer. Zubimendi was of course the subject of intense interest for Liverpool. He said yes to Liverpool and then Real Sociedad persuaded him to stay, and then he went back on his word and basically said no to Liverpool and rejected Liverpool. And Real Sociedad manager Alguacil had an emotional message for Zubimendi. Real Sociedad play Rayo Vallecano today, and I think Zubimendi will sign a new contract with improved terms, but it's weird that he still turned down 3 times as much salary at Liverpool, because Liverpool are a huge club, much bigger club than Real Sociedad. But Alguacil said he's the best signing of the summer. We knew that after the year he had, that teams were going to come for him. Liverpool are a historic, very big team, and seeing all the money they wanted to put on the table, you have to value what it means for Martin Zubimendi to say no and to stay here. That means that things are being done really well at the club, and Martin Zubimendi saying no to Liverpool is a reason to be proud of. Now it was Liverpool, but who says it won't be another powerful team that wants to take Martin in the future? For me, the greatest club is Real Sociedad, and he must have thought the same. That's why he decided to stay. And I think Zubimendi might regret his decision, because if you look at Real Sociedad's trophies, they have only won La Liga twice. Last time was in 1982. Zubimendi wasn't even alive the last time Real Sociedad won the league. And yes, they won the cup in 2020. Zubimendi was a part of that squad. That's their latest trophy. And they have only won the Spanish Cup twice, the League twice, the Spanish Cup 3 times, the League twice, and the Spanish Super Cup once. And they also won the second division of Spain 3 times. These are all the trophies for Real Sociedad. Liverpool have like 50 trophies and Real Sociedad have 6 major trophies if you don't count the second division trophies. So 6 major trophies, 5 if you don't count the Super Cup. Real Sociedad are not a big club. They are, even in Spanish football hierarchy, a pretty small club, and they are a mid-table club right now in La Liga. So Zubimendi has to live with this decision, and I would love Liverpool to get Real Sociedad in the Champions League so we can show Zubimendi what he missed out on. I want a Liverpool-Real Sociedad game, so Zubimendi has to come to Anfield, has to experience the Anfield crowd on a Champions League night, and let him say it was a great decision to stay at Real Sociedad after Liverpool spank Real Sociedad at Anfield. I want that to happen, I will be honest, because yeah, Zubimendi I think made a mistake staying at Real Sociedad. I can understand part of his reasons, but it's not like Steven Gerrard staying at Liverpool, because Liverpool were a huge club even when Steven Gerrard decided to stay at Liverpool, and Liverpool actually went on to win the Champions League, the FA Cup. And yes, Gerrard would have won a lot more trophies at Chelsea or at Real Madrid, But winning one trophy at Liverpool means as much as winning 5 trophies at Chelsea or 5 trophies at Real Madrid. It means much more. It means such a special trophy, winning a trophy with your boyhood club. And yes, maybe Zubimendi decided to stay because of that. But this is probably the last update from me on Zubimendi, so I just wanted to close this transfer saga. And now let's talk about Mamardashvili, because Liverpool, according to Graham Bailey, have agreed a deal in principle with Mamardashvili, and the player is ready to move to England, to move to Liverpool with a loan deal first. Still work to be done on details between Valencia and Liverpool, and we have seen this with this week, nothing done until it's signed. Mamardashvili actually started for Valencia and played quite well, and Valencia were 1-0 up against Barcelona, but then they conceded 2 goals either side of half-time. Lewandowski scored a brilliant penalty and a tap-in. Mamardashvili was at no fault in either of those goals, but he made some really good saves, and he was again fantastic with distribution, with short and long passes. And transfer expert Fabrizio Romano claims that Liverpool have already reached an agreement with Mamardashvili on personal terms, on contract terms. The Valencia goalkeeper said yes to the Liverpool project. He has agreed on the contract and financial terms, and also on the plan they have for him, which is for him to spend next season at Bournemouth on loan from Valencia, and then in 2025 he can become a Liverpool player. So for the season ahead, the plan is for Alisson to remain as the number 1 for Liverpool, and Mamardashvili will join Liverpool in 2025. He has said yes. Valencia have said yes. Bournemouth has said yes. Liverpool and Valencia need to agree on a transfer fee, and the player's agent, Mamardashvili's agent, is in Valencia to negotiate the exit of his player. Liverpool didn't go as high in the valuation as Valencia wanted. They want 40 million euros with bonuses included, and Liverpool went up to 35 million. So I think a deal will be reached. There is still 2 weeks left of the transfer window. Valencia want 30 million plus add-ons. Liverpool want to negotiate. Bournemouth are waiting. So let's see if they can get it done. But the idea is for Mamardashvili to spend next season on loan at Bournemouth and then to wear the Liverpool shirt in 2025. The reason why we are not buying him now and loaning him out to Bournemouth is that's not allowed. You can't loan out a player to another Premier League club if the player joins the Premier League in that same transfer window. And also we can't loan Mamardashvili back to Valencia, because if Mamardashvili signs a new contract at Liverpool for 4 million euros a year, and Valencia cannot afford that. Matteo Moretto is reporting that Valencia are negotiating the details with Liverpool, but in theory, they will not stand in the way of Mamardashvili's dream, and they know that he wants to go to Liverpool one way or another, so it will come down to sorting out the details, which takes a little bit more time than we wanted, but the most important thing is to get this deal done, because we need to get this done until the transfer window is open. So we still have a lot of time, and I think it would be great if Liverpool announced this sooner or later, because the Liverpool fan base is growing restless. And Baraja, former Valencia player, now Valencia manager, has told reporters that Javi Guerra, whose proposed move to Atletico Madrid collapsed, was almost defined. He was about to travel and there was an agreement between the clubs. I'm not aware of Georgi Mamardashvili being in the same situation. Tomorrow we will count on him as one more player. He said this, of course, one day before the Valencia-Barcelona game, and Mamardashvili ended up playing in that game. It's very simple. Mamardashvili is our player, the Valencia manager said, and as long as there is no other different situation, I'm not going to evaluate anything. I'm not going to enter into hypothesis. Georgi is a Valencia player and he's ready to participate. When the market is open, clubs buy players and sell players. I'm focused on tomorrow's game. He's here, he's ready to participate. We cannot talk about situations that have not yet occurred. But reading between the lines, Barra is insinuating that there are talks between Liverpool and Valencia. It's just they haven't come to an agreement yet. And until there is no agreement between Valencia and Liverpool, Mamardashvili is a Valencia player and he's the best goalkeeper at the club. So why wouldn't the manager use him if his head is in the right frame of mind? And yes, Liverpool aren't in any huge hurry to clinch this deal because they already have Alisson and Kelleher, two top-class goalkeepers. This is future-proofing the position, and I even heard suggestions that Mamardashvili could go out on loan 2 years in a row if Alisson decides to stay next summer. Alisson still hasn't decided yet his future, and that's understandable. Alisson wants to see where Liverpool go under Arne Slot, what kind of season we are having, and Alisson also wants to see how competitive the Liverpool team will be. Because if Trent, Van Dijk and Salah all leave next summer, then Alisson would say, you know what, I'm going as well, because Liverpool are going downhill and I'm going to Barcelona or Real Madrid or another top club to see out my final years of my career. But I really hope that's not the situation. I really hope Liverpool will tie down the contracts of Trent, Van Dijk and Salah. I want all three of them to stay. You saw how brilliant they were against Ipswich and how important they are to this Liverpool project. But first, Liverpool need to get their transfers done, and when the transfer window is closed, that's when we will start negotiations with Van Dijk, Salah and Trent for new contracts. El País España, another Spanish news outlet, is reporting that Mamardashvili already has 1 foot in Liverpool while both clubs are still in negotiations. Mamardashvili really wants to sign for Liverpool, that's the bottom line. He already agreed personal terms. He said yes to Liverpool's contract proposal. Why wouldn't he? Liverpool are in a much bigger club than Valencia, in a much better position than Valencia. We are in the Champions League, and even if Mamardashvili doesn't join straight away, he would love to play for Liverpool. And in the Premier League, I think for Bournemouth 1 season, I think he would get great experience as well. But according to the Mirror newspaper, Man United could hijack the Liverpool move for Mamardashvili, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me because Onana is their first choice goalkeeper and they just signed him recently, like 2 years ago. Man United are interested in Mamardashvili according to these reports, but Man United need to sell some players first. Jadon Sancho wasn't even in the squad of Man United, and his future could hold the key to Man United hijacking Liverpool's move for Mamardashvili. Liverpool have already agreed personal terms with Mamardashvili. The deal could be the first signing of Arne Slot's era, but sources say that Mamardashvili is also very much open to a move to Man United, and that indicates to me that Mamardashvili just wants to play for a bigger club than Valencia. So Liverpool need to get this deal done because more and more clubs will circle around Mamardashvili. So we need to agree transfer fee with Valencia, and then hopefully the transfer will be rubber stamped, and then no other club can get Mamardashvili, because there is a real danger that more and more big clubs will be interested in Mamardashvili, because I said the goalkeepers who are 23 years old or younger, Mamardashvili is the best of the lot. He has the highest potential as well, so I really hope Liverpool get him. Liverpool are also open to allowing academy prospect Harvey Blair to leave on a permanent transfer. Harvey Blair impressed in pre-season, but he's already 20 years old without much first-team football. He played academy football for the Liverpool under-21s and under 18s before. A loan might have been expected, but after Blair impressed during pre-season, Liverpool decided it's better to sell him, because if you are 20 years old and you haven't played much first-team football, the time is running out for you, and probably Liverpool want to sell him to grant him his wish of, finding a new home where he's playing regularly adult football. That's where Harvey Blair could develop and grow a lot. I think if it was my decision, I would loan him out for 1 season to see how he develops, to see how good he becomes, and that could improve his value as well. But let's wait and see what Liverpool's decision will be. And also there was pretty bad news just before the Liverpool kicked off their first Premier League game under Arne Slot, that Joe Gomez wasn't in the squad, and Joe Gomez is on the transfer list. So if a suitable offer comes in for him, then Liverpool are open to selling him. Kwanzaa was selected alongside Van Dijk, but then Kwanzaa was substituted. He lost too many ground duels and aerial duels. So I think we will have Van Dijk, Kwanzaa and Konate. But if we don't have a four centre-backs, that is a recipe for disaster. Remember that season where Alisson headed in that goal against West Brom and we did a miracle finishing in 3rd place after losing all 3 of our centre-backs to injuries during the season. Liverpool really want to either keep Gomez or Van den Berg. We need a fourth choice centre back. And I think I would only sell Gomez if he explicitly said to Liverpool, I want to play regular football at another club in the Premier League, let me go. I would respect Joe Gomez's decision if that was the case, because he's 27 years old, he has been at Liverpool since he's 16. He's the longest serving player at Liverpool, and I've loved Joe Gomez. I love how versatile he is. I think he's a great guy and a brilliant player, and he can play centre back, right back, left back, defensive midfield, pretty much all the positions. If he wants to play regularly at a Fulham or a Newcastle or a Bournemouth, then I fully understand that, and I would actually respect his decision and let him leave, because you don't want to keep players like that against their will, especially with how great of a servant Joe Gomez is and was to Liverpool so far. I'm forever grateful to Joe Gomez for helping Liverpool win their first Premier League title, partnering Van Dijk when he was just like 21, 22 years old. And Newcastle have targeted Mark Guéhi, but they got 4 bids rejected. The latest one is like 60 million or something crazy like that. I think Newcastle should just bid 35 or 40 million to Joe Gomez and get him in. But the Liverpool Echo is reporting that Liverpool are not looking to actively sell Gomez. Arne Slot is happy for the player to fight his way back into contention, but if a suitable offer comes in, that Liverpool are open to selling, and maybe we will sign Inacio as a replacement. I reported in yesterday's video, and Liverpool are in talks with Inacio's agent for a transfer, so let's wait and see how this scenario develops. And Arne Slot admitted that Ipswich won more duels and more second balls in the first half, and that's why it was absolutely an equal game in the first half. And Arne Slot said to the team at halftime, there is no point talking about tactics when you don't win your duels, you don't win your second balls. And Liverpool weren't aggressive enough in the first half. It was warm, it was an early kick-off, the Ipswich were really up for it, the fans were really up for it, so it was a hard start, but we got there in the end. The second half was absolutely brilliant. We won more duels, Arne Slot said, we won more second balls, we played more balls in behind. You have the likes of Diaz, Salah, Jota, then use them, play the balls in behind. That's what we did better in the second half, and from there on gaps opened up, and you could see how good and how well we could play in possession. So it looks really, really promising for this Arne Slot new era. Thanks for watching, guys, hope you enjoyed this, have a nice day, see you later, goodbye.